What is this? I got a psychiatrist here who's going to tell you that there ain't nothing you can do about it. Accept the world as it is. Look at Princess Di and Charles. Remember that? You know, oh, I love you, baby, you and me in our castle forever. They don't even talk to each other today. Am I lying to these people? William Nagler, M.D. How am I doing?
You're doing terrific, Phil. You can't keep romance alive, and relationships are falling apart all over the country for the wrong reason. Passion has to fade. Remember those first 3 months when you're all over each other? You kiss for 30 minutes, you can't stop hugging, and then it stops. It's like eating a Hershey bar every day. I don't care how much you like Hershey bars. After a time, it's going to fade away. But that's good because that's what has to happen if your relationship is going to survive. Relationships are not about love and passion and excitement. They're about tension reduction.
Yeah.
They're about being comfortable with your partner, making your spouse feel good about themselves. Now, you have to lie to do that. They're not about honesty. Total honesty requires infinite tact.
You have to lie to keep your marriage alive. Not only that, don't try to keep your romance alive. You know, all these, meet them in a saran wrap and all that, doesn't work.
Yeah?
Well, no, Lisa.
Check into a motel without luggage, doesn't work.
Well...
Lisa and I went through this 5 years ago. Our relationship was falling apart, and we went through that stage from, oh boy, I'm going to get laid, to, oh God, I got to get laid. We'd take off in the middle of the day for these romantic lunches, and we'd make love, and we filled the house with flowers, and it made the relationship burn out faster. If you want your relationship to survive over the long run, there's 6 things that you have to do. Don't talk about things. We live in a zestfully over-communicative age. The worst thing you can do with most serious things in your relationship is talk about them. I know that sounds terrible, but look at this. When people come home at night for the first time, you see your partner at night, what most people do is absolutely destructive because they're totally honest and they start communicating. I had a horrible day. The boss gave me a reprimand, and then the wife says, and the kids have been terrible. It's like going on a first date. The first time you're meeting somebody, you open the door and you say, I've had a rotten day. Nobody would go out with you. Relationships are about making the other person feel good about themselves.
And anticipate the loss of passion. It's inevitable. You already know what he looks like. There are no more surprises in the bedroom.
None.
You've already been doing it you know what I mean, over and over. And it's not realistic to expect the human being, oh, this is discouraging. I don't know if I can watch this show myself.
At first blush, it sounds terrifying. You mean we're not going to get back that sexual tension? Not in this lifetime.
Oh,
God. What you can get is a long-term relationship that lasts and make you feel good about yourself.
Now, Margaret, be patient. We're coming to you. Hang on a minute. What's the matter?
Have you ever heard of the old saying that honesty is the best policy?
Absolutely, and it's destroyed more relationships than anything else.
Sooner or later,
what relationships are about?
if you're deceitful, sooner or later it's going to catch up to you.
Oh, absolutely. But what relationships are not about is letting it all hang out. When they come home, when your wife comes home with that gorgeous new dress that she spent a lot of money on, a lot of time, and a lot of investment, what you better say is, you look terrific. Most people do not want criticism. We can't handle it. We use it to beat up ourselves. That's why it's so important not to ask why questions.
I got a test for you. Number 45, Brad. Your 5-year-old marriage has lost its passion and fire. Not you, of course. You should, A, accept it as a fact of life, stop trying to recapture it, and get on with your life. B, get creative, start romancing your spouse, and work on your relationship before it's too late. A weekend at a country inn would be a good start.
That's right.
That's wrong, he's going to say.
So, it's right for
Think
us.
about it. Audience,
It's right for us.
look at your own relationships. Those who've been together 5, or 10 years. What you get in the long run, because they've done studies of successful couples, what do people do? I mean, my book came out of the disintegration of my own relationship. I was devastated. We went to marital therapy, we went to counseling, we learned to communicate openly and honestly and fully, and what we did was we communicated ourselves to death. What you need to do, for example, money. 50% of fights are about sex that we'll get to. The other 50% of relationships break out about money. The traditional approach is that what we're going to do, this is our relationship, this is our money. People are terrible compromisers. And what you need to do, instead of putting all the money in one bank account and share, that's like building camels by compromise. Take all the money that goes into the relationship, put it in one pot, half is his, half is hers. It's your money. Spend it as you will.
Number 40. You're getting married next week. You should, A, keep your own bank account, keep your money in your own pocket. If your spouse is the only wage earner, keep at least half of his or her money in your pocket. B, open a joint account. You're beginning a life together, and trust is a key ingredient to a happy marriage. This romantic guy, he's saying no. B is a lousy idea. Are you there, caller? Hi.
Hi. I think this man is off the wall.
You all listen. You're buying into all those fantasies.
Oh, not at all, Phil. My husband and I are married 8 years this month.
Yeah?
The kids have just gone off to college. Believe me, you can be very innovative. The passion has not died. It has flared to proportions that, oh, my God, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
We've
This is
never
obviously your second marriage.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And my
But
husband's 11 years older than I am.
yeah, is the passion the same?
Yes. You know what it is? It's even deeper.
It's that bad, huh?
No, well, let her make her point.
The love is so much deeper.
The love,
so the
yes.
passion is unbelievable.
Really? Well, maybe you ought to get down here. Are you far from the... Because, can you see your TV?
Yes.
Just to show you, this is not a crazy psychiatrist. He's in the company of Dave and Peggy Carlington. They're from Birmingham, Alabama. You're a policeman, David, and you're an office manager, Peggy. Right. You've been married for 13 years, and you follow this, do you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so tell us now. Go ahead.
5 years ago, we'd been married 9 years, and our marriage was starting to slide, was hitting the skids.
Right.
And I called Dr. Nagler. My wife and I had gone to counselors and done the traditional thing, and it wasn't doing anything. It wasn't working. I went to graduate school with his brother. He suggested I call Dr. Nagler. And Dr. Nagler suggested some things to me that I dropped the phone when I heard it, because my initial question was my response was, you know, we're not communicating. He said, good, don't communicate. He said, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Let's understand that what you get for this, he's saying essentially, relax.
Exactly.
Yeah. Accept the world as it is.
Don't work so hard. You work hard enough out there. When you come home, don't make it another job.
Can we see